What is the greatest gaslight of all time that no one seems to talk about? The organic food industry. Let me show you. First is just how expensive it is. Consumer Reports compared the top 100 grocery items and found that on average, the organic version of those foods were 47% more expensive. So if a family of 4 wanted to eat organic, their monthly grocery bill just went from around $1,300 to almost $2,000 a month. But that's okay, because at least organic food is safer and healthier for you, right? Well, not quite. This is Dan Glickman, the Secretary of Agriculture under President Clinton, whose job it was to create organic food labeling in the United States. And in his final statement, he said and wanted to make clear that organic is not a statement about food safety or a value judgment about the nutrition or quality of the food. That the whole point was just to build trust with consumers. Did you hear that? The man who invented it said it has nothing to do with how safe or healthy your food is, which brings us to our last point. Most people just assume that organic has to be healthier for you, not because of data, but just how it's marketed and the price tag. But the good news is these foods have been studied a lot, and the results are always the same, showing that organic foods don't have any more nutrients, and no, it's not chemical free either. Non-organic and organic farming use both synthetic and non-synthetic pesticides on their crops. I'm not saying you shouldn't care about the quality of your food. You should always try to eat a mostly whole, minimally processed diet. Just know this label really doesn't mean that much, and there's no reason to stress if you can't afford the price tag.
This video leaves out tons of important data and is quite misleading to me. Number one, organic food cannot be genetically modified. And while the data is inconclusive, genetically modified food has been linked to serious adverse health effects, including tumors and low fertility, which brings me to point number two. There has been several human studies showing that an organic diet can significantly decrease pesticide exposure. And we know that there are very positive associations between dietary pesticide exposure and successful pregnancy outcomes. Keep in mind that worldwide, there are currently low fertility rates and poor semen quality. Point number three, the use of certain pesticides is banned in organic food, like glyphosate, for example. This is the same pesticide that Bayer has had to pay out billions of dollars on in lawsuits. Now, does an organic diet mean zero exposure to glyphosate? No, and there can be various reasons for this, but we do know that an organic diet can significantly reduce the amount of glyphosate that is excreted in urine within 3 days of intervention. And we do know that there are links between glyphosate and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in both animal and human studies. And lastly, I bring you to a human study of 69,000 French adults that showed that organic food consumption is associated with the reduction in the overall risk of cancer. So are these differences worth the money to you? I'll let you decide that, but given the choice of organic versus non-organic, I'll happily spend a few extra dollars on the organic produce and I'll cut my spending elsewhere.